Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Rivals for another Race Now episode. And today we're going with Justin Haley, driver of the number 31 Leaf Filter Chevrolet. And we're going to race at the Indianapolis Roval because he seems to have some sort of thing for road courses here and there. I've seen him run well at the Chicago Street Course and the Charlotte Roval a couple times. And just this past weekend in the Brickyard 400, as abysmal that race just was, we saw Justin Haley lead quite a few laps on some off strategy that might have worked out if there was a caution for guys losing tires like Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. But we're gonna go into the settings, make sure I show you guys that before we start this race. 105 difficulty, 25% race length, full damage. We have 4 times tire wear and fuel consumption. We're going to use normal tire rate and more grip on the fall off. We're just going to have the black flags. We aren't going to have cautions for all the people spinning out because they tend to do that here a lot and get loose and hit the curbs wrong and lose control. And I'm just going to have to avoid it and deal with whatever penalties I might get. And then also have the stage racing still. So it'll be broken up, into 2 laps and then 4 laps and then the final string of like 10 or whatever it is. We'll have narrow skill range, so they'll all be pretty dang fast. It'll get clogged up a bit into turn 1 on the restarts, but we'll have the normal stability and recovery skill. Expanded starting spread. I would like there to actually be room to maneuver through these guys. Infrequent mechanical failures. We ain't going to need that with how much they're going to cause chaos just going through the field. And we'll have the normal tire wear effect for them, but slower fuel consumption. That seemed to be an issue whenever I did the season with Chase Elliott. We had people taking pit stops for a third time in the final stage when you only need to pit twice to make it. So I'm trying to mitigate that issue. And I guess that's all we really need to dig through here.
Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm Alex Hayden, and today we return to the famed Brickyard for some road course action. This track offers a lot of different sections for passing and door-to-door action. It'll be fun to watch.
Well, I did just get some practice and warm up and run my fastest lap ever at this track on the game a while ago, and get used to how the car drives and how it reacts to getting on the throttle too soon or not being too diligent with it. We're going to skip the practice. I made another attempt the day before to actually record this video, and I finished 18th, and I got so many corner cutting penalties and so much damage. It was rough, so I'm going to try to avoid that this time. We are starting 39th, so one guy got sent to the tail of the field. When I was warming up, 3 guys got sent to the tail of the field, so that's nice.
The drivers are ready, the cars are gridded. Let's head to the Yard of Bricks and get those engines fired for the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard.
Ryan Blaney is not nearly as fast as expected. Not that I really know him for road course performance. Josh Bilicki had to replace his transmission. But yes, Joey Logano is on the pole. For some reason, he has good ratings at this track. Maybe he has at other road courses, and I just haven't noticed much.
Get going.
I'm going to be really diligent on the throttle coming off this final corner. And as it shifts gears and we pull onto the regular oval racing surface, it likes to almost spin out, wicked sideways. I'm going to pull out of line. That way I'm not immediately running into the back of people. Oh, they're stacking up bad, but I'm going to try to keep this car clean. And just like that, we're already up to 27th. I have watched a video of what if racing at this track maybe a couple years ago in his career mode, and man, he had it rough, but slow and steady wins this race. You got to take it really easy. You got Martin Truex Jr. damn near spinning out in the chicane over there. That is something they like to do here, though. Whenever they have a quick left-hander then a right-hander afterwards, you barely tap them before it even begins, and they just fuck up the rest of it.
Clear out back.
We might see Truex spin out behind us for all we know. Oh my God, Eric Jones. They love to just run you off the track. Like, if they poke their nose in some wrong way, would you get out the way, Ty Dillon? God dang it, man. I'm still 27. It's tricky stuff. It's tough stuff. And he wants to spin out going through this section because it's so flat.
All clear.
And also, I mean, you pull onto the banking and that the setup is... I don't know what the setup is meant for, but it's not road courses. And it seems to be the same issue at half the road courses in the game. Not Sonoma. I feel like it drove fine at Sonoma, but Road America, this one, Circuit of the Americas especially, it's rough stuff. Like I was going to say, we got 2 laps in this first stage, so this is just an opportunity for us to get some good track position for the second stage and the final one. Ryan Blaney. Oh, he wanted to take off. He didn't want me to gas it up. But we passed Truex. We got so screwed up in the midsection of the track that we wound up right back behind him. You really have to just burp the throttle and take your time, or get a perfect straight angle through almost every turn. You pretty much don't ever want to touch that grass or the white line on the left side of that chicane. You can go over a good bit of the curb, but I try to avoid as much of it as possible. I like to hit the brakes right here where the right side rumble strip starts to come out. Here, it is possible to get a corner cutting penalty if you graze too much of the curb. This has to be one of the easiest sections of the track for me, is this whole section right here. But I can still fuck up any section of the track. Go in. Suarez. I've gotten a corner cutting penalty over here just from it getting loose on the flat part. They go very wide at this section. I almost drove all the way off the track there. Oh my God, Christopher Bell. The car can get extremely tight in this corner. I've gotten corner cutting penalties for getting sideways and going into the white line over there. Ow, Stenhouse.
Good job. No points after
He wanted 18th.
It's a long day.
A lot. I think I've done better in the first stage before. I think I got up to like 15th or 16th. I mean, most people could probably just gun it into the first corner and manage a top 10 in the first stage. Only have 1 second of damage. In my practice attempts, I had 2 seconds almost after every stage. And we only lost 1 spot under the caution with the damage.
All right, be smart.
We got
Go green.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. right here. He was running in the top 5 the first time I attempted to record this video. And I was so fed up with how terribly that went, with the 18th place finish the first time and all the radiator damage, aero damage, or whatever the heck it was. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go at this without driving so badly. And I was going to post it on the Brickyard 400 race day. And I said that this is just bullshit. I got up as high as 3rd, and then I started getting all this damage and getting totaled. See, I'm spending so little time on the throttle. Whenever you could probably run half throttle, but that's just not a thing in this game. They don't have that. It's either full throttle or none. And it's best to just get it up to the most high speed you can, and then let it roll until it's time to go back straight again. And sometimes if you're turning when you should be going straight, it just don't work. Oh, we just grazed past Kevin Harvick.
All clear.
Oh, they're all leaning on each other. My car's trying to spin out. Kurt Busch is spun. My car won't stop spinning out because I'm too busy looking at what's happening ahead of me. Anyhow, we are up to 6th. Try to get a run on Kurt Busch over here. Or you could cut the track. We're going to dump Kurt Busch? Can we... Oh my God, Kevin Harvick, you fucking animal! Jesus Christ. What is this shit? What is this shit that he's doing? Like, we're clearly having a situation, and he's just going to go full throttle into it and run us all into the wall.
All clear.
And then I'm going to cut off Kyle Busch, so what difference does it make? You see it wanting to spin out right there. I've nearly run into the pit wall because of how unbalanced the weight distribution is. And it kind of reminds me of the Eutechnics games, except it's way more severe. The road courses in the Eutechnics games, the car is just wants to take off and spin out from every little gear shift and everything. One thing I noticed when I was practicing is the AI, when they're exiting pit road, they like to just cut the entire first corner and drive onto the apron. And I mean, it should not be legal whatsoever. I'm pretty sure if I did that, it would not work. I should be like 5th or 4th right now, because I was up to 6th and just got dogpiled by Kevin Harvick. Like, it was already bad enough. I had a run, but then it got loose. Dang it, Kurt Busch. He blocked me, and now he's driving off the track. I'm not taking responsibility for that. Get a little bit loose. I want to pass Denny Hamlin, but there's not exactly a lane for that just yet. No. Just go straight. Just no. I was gonna go. I was gonna get on the gas and go, but the car, it didn't like it. It wasn't straight enough. It's got to be almost perfectly straight to not overreact. But we're fine. We're still 7th. Denny Hamlin is still the next car to pass. Could be worse. Could have just barely grazed a curb and then instead be the 10th or 11th. About to cross the halfway point in the second stage. AJ Allmendinger has some kind of clean air advantage. He don't have any traffic messing up. He's running hot laps. I don't think you guys have seen my fastest lap here. Yep, yeah, there it is. 1 minute and 29.1 seconds. That was the final lap of my practice session. So I was on very worn tires. I basically pit for fuel and didn't get tires on that set. On that run where I got that lap. It's so much better to just fuck up a corner than it is to take it aggressively every single time. Ow. To take it aggressively every single time and then eventually get a corner cutting penalty. The fastest way around the track is to be very patient and very, very diligent. In most games, I would get on the throttle as I'm coming off the corner. In this instance, I wait until the entire corner is over. Anytime I don't, you see what happened last time we came around this track. We got pounded by Harvick.
We need fuel. Let's pit.
What are you doing, Cindric? Yeah, I'm not going to pit this stage. I know I can make it. I think in the final stage, it's like 10 laps or 11 laps. I was not trying to hit Hamlin there. I just don't want the car to turn on its own.
All right, bring it to us.
It likes to do that when you get off the gas and hit the brakes. It just likes to turn on its own. There's so much wrong with this
All clear.
physics engine and the setup combined, because there's other road courses where it's not this bad. It just loves to lift up on one tire and then take off and overreact from like one shift. I mean, with shifting gears in the car is just zigzagging. Okay, we're going to clear Bowman. Let it roll. I like to take advantage of some of the looseness, just to set up my angle for the next turn. Kind of have to wait for Chastain to get out of my way here. There we go. Now we're going straight. And that is pretty much an inversion of his worldwide technology scheme. In a couple of years of the future, always preferred the one that came after it. Ow! God dang it, man! We're going side by side through every turn with Ross Chastain right now, and I'm going to wind up just finishing behind him anyways. This sucks.
You're almost out of gas.
Yeah, there ain't nothing left I can throw at him, but we're going to manage 4th in the second stage. I don't know how I'm going to catch AJ Allmendinger. I can gain a ton of time on pit road in that final stage. We got 5 seconds of damage, and I don't even know where I picked that up. I might as well fix it now. That way I'm not trying to fix it during a long green flag run. Oh, he's fall back to 11th. I mean,
Have a good day.
I think I restarted somewhere in the 20s to start the second stage. But yes, this is 10 laps. Okay.
All clear. Keep digging. 10 to go.
Oh my god, almost got damage from Kurt Busch stopping. They love to stop whenever we come to these restarts. I am mashing these brakes. And now they've kind of gotten back up the pace again. Joey Logano is falling like a rock right now. He's got himself stuck behind Alex Bowman. Chastain is trying to get around him. Don't know if he will. Let them make their maneuvers. I just focus on not getting corner cutting penalties or getting loose. Oh, we're going to make it 3 wide. Pass both of these guys. If the car could not just wander off the track, that'd be much appreciated. Brakes right there. And then just let it coast. Sneak underneath Logano. Oh, they're all over me. whenever you think you're done with him because he pulled ahead, they're going to get the run off because of how diligent you have to be, so it just doesn't matter.
Clear all around.
We have Allmendinger in our clutches right now. If the freaking stage brakes were not a thing like it actually was in the 2023 race at this track, then oh boy, I would have never been able to get to Allmendinger on my own pace.
Looking forward here. Clear out.
Clearly have something right now, but it's about to be between me and Allmendinger for a few laps. Please don't spin out. I have yet to spin out there, but I've almost hit the pit wall, so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm not sure I'll outbrake Alex Bowman right here. I like to brake right where that seam pokes out. Okay, we'll roll the center just a little bit better. Oh, I'm getting tight. I've not exactly perfected that corner. I've perfected a lot of these, but I can't do it every time because it can be a little unpredictable. In this part, I can full throttle this section. I'm just too scared to do it. It's much better to be anxious and catch AJ Allmendinger than go for it every time. And like I said, just get a corner cutting penalty. Oh, we've just barely rear-ended him. Is he going to spin himself out? No, he's going to go off the track. I don't know what that's going to become. Okay, he's right there behind me. Tried to pay me back. We have passed the leader. We have taken the lead with AJ Allmendinger's teammate, road course aficionado junior, Justin Haley.
Alright, we need fuel. Bring it to us.
Yeah, I'm fucking it. I'm fucking the whole damn section up as much as I can. What I have in mind and what I've learned, how to be the fastest and pull away and try to break my track record, when it goes wrong, that's where it starts to go badly. It starts to do zigzags and nearly spin out this way, then that way. Curb not helping. Try to take it down pit road. They don't tell me what the pit road speed limit is, and I have black flags on, so that doesn't help.
Bring her in. Low on
I
fuel
went
here.
somewhere over here. I went 34 miles an hour. Got a second of damage to fix, so that's no problem. I'll go ahead and fix that. I gotta say about this year's Brickyard 400, Bubba Wallace winning it was like the only truly interesting part of that race. Everything else was just cars not being able to pass, restart chaos, and then Penske cars blowing tires.
Alright, dig.
And like, I have no idea how good the race would have been and how interesting it would have been if there was just no like air effects and it was purely based off of pace and how they could drive the car over the run without traffic being a factor. But anyways, here I go, trying to run my fastest lap of the race right here. Now they got fresh tires and all that, and clean air.
5 to go. This time by.
Nope, it's over. It's fucking over. Done fucked it as much as I could. And again. I fuck it again. I'm getting on the brakes really early because Keselowski is slow as shit. He is last. He is getting lapped. But I know he's about to just fall back behind him once I take my pit stop.
You're all clear.
I don't know if I've ever finished a lap ahead of anybody just on pace at this track since I started going at this one. I don't know if I even did the Chase Elliott video because so many people are on split strategies that don't even work. It must be worth noting that I can't drive this track for shit whenever I'm talking because of how terribly this car reacts to everything. Okay, entered at 36. The crew chief spotter guy didn't say anything about me speeding. We are just going to take 2 laps of fuel, because we got 2 to go coming off right here. And that'll be our short pit stop of the race. I don't know if much the AI really takes short pit stops there. Truex is right behind us in second. Well, if I'm going to set a new track record, it is going to be on this lap with some worn-ass tires. I've got a lead so big I can't afford to get a corner cutting penalty, although I obviously don't want one. Looks like Bill Elliott blew up over there. The red and white car on pit road. There on the brakes. Okay, let's let it roll the center. Oh, it's fucking spinning out as we come off the damn turn. So I just lost probably half a second right there.
Getting low on gas. Getting low on
Yeah,
gas.
shut up.
You're running off fumes out here.
Would you shut up? And that's the closest I get to full throttling it from that angle. The angle just varies. Because I don't exactly have like a line to follow and all the weight distribution screws with my head. That was a decent angle into that corner. Try to straighten this out as much as I can. Oh, we're going to hit the wall? We almost hit the wall. Oh yeah, we're wearing down them tires. So I didn't change them.
Gotta be low, driver. Let's pit this lap.
No, let's not pit this lap, you fucking moron, actually. Get on the brakes. Turn it. No corner cutting penalty.
Tires are getting pretty bad.
Yeah. Sound like the Offspring right now. Come on. Can we not hit the pit wall? Last upshift. I doubt it's going to set a new record.
Way to go, driver.
Oh, it did! By like 100. I saw it tick last second. We got a 129, 120. Yeah! Justin Haley finally gets the second win of his NASCAR Cup Series career, and it's not because of a rain out. I'm leaving rubber on the bricks. Nobody's gonna like that, but fortunately, they're not real bricks. Yeah, look at that. We are burning it down on the bricks. Everyone is gonna hate us. Everyone's gonna be so upset. And now Justin Haley is in victory lane with all little sparklers and fireworks and confetti. Got the soundtrack playing again. He's so happy. He doesn't have time to take off his helmet. And of course, got the fastest lap like I was just telling you about. AJ Allmendinger led the most laps. That makes sense. I thought there was a chance it could be Joey Logano with how long he was up there towards the end. And of course, we were on the move. We started 39th and then got the win. It's usually how it goes. And a tough break for AJ Allmendinger, who started second, led the most laps. He goes on to finish 36th. Did he blow up? I don't see how else that could happen unless he was one of the guys who took an extra pit stop even though they shouldn't have with the freaking fuel settings I put it on. So, of course, Joey Logano would be the guy to finish second in that scenario. Denny Hamlin was up front for a lot of the race along with Martin Truex Jr. I don't know why Matt Kenseth was in this race. Kurt Busch is one of the good rating guys for the road courses. Cole Custer with a top 10. Corey LaJoie 11th. I'd say most of these finishers up here, you do expect them to run well at road courses or in general. Now we get to the mid-pack, and Ryan Blaney stands out to me. He finished 30th, but I think they did say he was like having a bad weekend at the beginning. Brad Keselowski is terrible at road courses. He's one of the worst drivers who's like a veteran when it comes to the road courses. And then, AJ Allmendinger won both of the stages and then finished 36th. How the heck did that happen? He finished on the lead lap, as opposed to Greg Biffle and Bill Elliott, who blew up. Well, that was my third race on this game since I got this Switch, and my second win, heck, even on the channel, because I had one with Chase Elliott, and now you get to see this one right here that we just did. But I'll see you guys next time when we go racing at Richmond, I think, because there's no Iowa in this game, and then also Watkins Glen I did with Michael McDowell a couple years ago. So that should be interesting. And I plan to do that race, not with Joey Logano, one of my favorite drivers, who he's been good at Richmond at some points. Not Denny Hamlin, who's like the Richmond God, as Kamikaze called him in some video we did a couple years ago. We're gonna do it with the last guy to win at the track, Austin Dillon. Should be a really good time. And I think, of course, I will do it in the car I'm most known for, the Tree Chevrolet. This is like his iconic car for the Gen 7 era. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.